It's been a while since Syracuse has actually faced the SEC. But surprisingly, in the matchups we're going to go over the past 15 years, only 3 of them, Syracuse has actually handled itself quite well. And there are 2 reasons why Syracuse has done quite well against the SEC over the years. The last time Syracuse played an SEC opponent, you got to go back to 2017. That was Dino Babers' second year as head coach at Syracuse. The Orange went into Death Valley, LSU. They lost that game 35-26. But fun fact about that game, Syracuse was down multiple times by 18 points in the third quarter. They managed to pull within 2 late in the fourth quarter. So Syracuse had a legitimate chance to win at LSU back in 2017. Another fun fact about that game and that season in general for Syracuse and LSU was that Syracuse in 2017 was not a very good team. They finished that year 4-8, which means they missed a bowl. LSU, on the other hand, they had a strong season. I guess from a national perspective, maybe not by LSU fans, but they went 9-3 in the regular season and 6-2 in SEC play. What should the takeaway there be? I guess it's the fact that even a not so great Syracuse team could actually keep it pretty close against one of the better SEC teams. Fair enough. Syracuse and LSU also played each other in 2015. That was a home game for Syracuse. It was not as close. Leonard Fournette went off, but still the final margin of defeat for Syracuse was just 10 points. The last time Syracuse beat an SEC opponent, you got to go all the way back to 2012, Doug Marone's final season as head coach of Syracuse football. Syracuse won at Missouri, 31-27. Ryan Nassib threw the game-winning touchdown with 20 seconds left to Alec Lemon. So what are the common themes there for Syracuse, and how have the Orange kept it quite close the last 3 times they have played the SEC? Number one, for the most part, strong quarterback play. They had strong quarterback play in the win against Missouri, which we'll get to in just a second. And they had strong quarterback play in the loss at LSU by 9 points. SEC teams are naturally going to have more talent than ACC teams. And the reason is because if you look at the recruiting classes, typically in a year in and year out basis, the average SEC team will have a better recruiting class than an ACC team. But one way to neutralize that is to get strong quarterback play. And Syracuse, in 2 of the 3 matchups, got strong quarterback play, which kept them in the game. And in the case of Missouri, actually allowed Syracuse to beat an SEC opponent. Again, SEC teams typically going to have more talent, but if your quarterback is on his game, you definitely have a chance to pull off an upset. It's why quarterback is the most valuable position in football and arguably the most valuable position in all of sports. The 2017 loss to LSU, regarding strong quarterback play, Eric Dungy went 32 of 52 for 265 pass yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he also added 1 touchdown on the ground. In the 2012 win against Missouri, Ryan Nassib had a huge day. He went 26 of 40, 385 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. It also helps that Alec Lemon had 244 receiving yards that day. But the point being is that in 2 of those 3 games, Syracuse was able to keep it close or even win because they got strong quarterback play. Number 2, little turnovers. It's already hard enough to win a football game when you turn the ball over a lot. That's just a blank statement right there. It's already hard enough. Even if you're a team that is expected to win. We're going to get to a matchup later on in the show of a team that had 5 turnovers, and that was the main reason they lost to an ACC team. You do not want to turn the ball over as the favorite, If you are an underdog, you have basically no chance of pulling off an upset if you're turning the ball over. Think about it this way. You need to maximize the amount of possessions that you have. You're already considered the lesser team. So you need the ball more to score more points. If you're turning the ball over consistently, you're kind of screwed. Well, in all those games, Syracuse only had one turnover. One turnover in each, I should say. 2017, one turnover. 2015 against LSU again, one turnover. 2012 against Missouri, just one turnover. Now, the reason why the game in 2015 against LSU wasn't as close is because they didn't necessarily get the strongest quarterback play in that game. But in order for Syracuse, what recent history says, to pull off an upset or at least have a chance at pulling off an upset against an SEC opponent like Tennessee, you need strong quarterback play, and you're also going to need to limit turnovers as much as possible.